What's going on, Wash Fam? In this video, I want to show you guys 5 tools on my pressure washing rig that I can't live without. So obviously there is essential items on your pressure washing trailer, like the hoses, the hose reels, the machines. That's not what we're talking about in this video. I want to give you guys 5 items that are not connected to the trailer, but we use every single day. And number 1 on the list is a blower. So this is just a standard 20-volt blower. It is connected to a DeWalt battery, and that is gonna be important. You'll see why later in this video, but we don't need anything fancy as far as blowers go. We just mainly use it for paver sealing when we're blowing off excess debris, excess sand, things of that nature. So we don't need it all day long. I don't need gas. I don't want to deal with that. I want to throw in a battery and be able to move on. Another reason I like the electric system is just because I can throw this in the back of my truck. That's where it stays, along with my batteries. If we had a gas one, it's taking up space on the trailer, it's taking up space in the bed of the truck, and you're jeopardizing ruining it by leaving it outdoors. So other than me telling you guys that this thing comes in handy every single day almost, there's not much more to go on about a blower. So let's move on to item number 2, which I'm really excited to share with you guys, and you will see why this 20-volt battery comes into play. But before we move on, please do me a huge favor. Make sure to like this video if you guys enjoy my content. It tells YouTube to push this video to more entrepreneurs like us, and that is my goal. Reach as many entrepreneurs in the wash industry as possible. And also, if you guys enjoy this content, please subscribe to the channel. We have tons of cool videos on pressure washing, soft washing, paver sealing, all that stuff in between. I can almost guarantee you guys will enjoy the content. But anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
Are you rolling? Tool number 2 on the list right here is our Maverick buckets. We mainly use these things for paver sealing. This is what we spray our Uraseal through, but you can use it for applicating any chemical that you would like. So sometimes we need a good amount of degreaser on a job, or sometimes we have a large rust removal job, and these things come in handy. This is like a pump sprayer on steroids. And again, this is where that 20-volt battery comes into play. You just plug it in to your system, and it's good to go. There's 100 feet in this bucket. This is a bigger 2 GPM pump. There's 100 feet in the bucket. And then this is our smaller system. It's a 1 GPM pump with 50 feet of hose in there. But these things are an absolute game changer, you guys. If you don't have one of these on the trailer, you definitely need one. I will link this product in the detail description below. You can get them at sailfishspray.com. Huge shout out to Sailfish Spray. That is where we get all our materials, our supplies, our equipment. Everything I need is down here in Southeast Florida at sailfishspray.com. Come check us out sometimes at the physical location. We'd love to answer your question, help you guys out with wash questions, industry questions, on the job questions. We will help you out with whatever you need. But I just want to touch base on the batteries, you guys. This is why having the electric blower, my drill, my 20-volt spray systems from Sailfish Spray, they're all in the same ecosystem. So as you can see, I have 4 of these batteries. There's the charger over there. So it just makes the ecosystem flow very smoothly. Everything I need electricity-wise is powered to this thing. So say you have a Makita blower or you have a Ryobi blower, you can get a bucket set up to your battery ecosystem. They come in every major brand battery, and you just choose that option on the website. So if you don't have one, they're very, very affordable, and they can make you a ton of money and save you so much time. But anyway, let's move on to tool number 3. We're on number 3, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Tool number 3, you guys, is very common sense, but it is definitely worth a mention. So this is a pump sprayer. This is typically where your soft washing journey begins, with the pump sprayer, but they come in handy so much with no matter what chemical you're running through them. It's always nice to have one of these on hand. Say you have some little spots of organic growth that you need to touch up. It's easier to bust one of these out with some SH in it rather than busting out your whole soft wash system when you're already wrapped up and ready to go. Or you have a small rust stain on a property and you just need a quick zap. This thing is absolutely perfect. I just want to mention, you guys, when you are using pump sprayers, be very, very careful with the chemicals. We do one for only SH, and then we have one for acids. So make sure that you are not cross mixing these chemicals. You can cause serious harm to your body, and that is not something you want. Or if you have employees and you don't let them know the importance of crossing chemicals, it can turn into a very bad situation. So always rinse these out at the end of every single use. Don't start mixing other chemicals. Just get multiple ones. You can label them. Just be very, very careful with what you guys are putting in the pump sprayer. I'm not gonna link this one in the video description, you guys, because this is an HDX straight from Home Depot. They're very cheap. They do not last a lifetime, but we run through so many pump sprayers that when one goes bad, we just pick up a couple more at Home Depot. This is the way to go in my opinion. I've spent money on the expensive, fancy ones. They all break, so why not just get a cheap one, throw it away when it breaks, have backup, and you're good to go. Let's move on to tool number 4. Number 4 on the list, you guys, and I'm gonna look like a hoarder, but is brooms and brushes. So I'm gonna break down the importance of each broom and brush because they all do serve a different purpose. But we absolutely love everything you see right here. We use them almost daily. So come over here and I will explain to you guys exactly what each one is used for. And before we do that, huge shout out to Innovative Concrete Technology. This is the manufacturer of Uraseal, of Nano Enhance, of all the sealing products that we use. We stick to one manufacturer. Just the other day, the South Florida rep came down to a job that we had issues on and was literally out there doing labor with me, you guys. A product is much more than just the product itself. We have not had one customer complain when we use Uraseal. They come out, they see their freshly sealed hardscape, and they are absolutely amazed. So huge shout out. This is not paid promotion. This is no sponsorship, you guys. This is me just recommending the stuff that we have fallen in love with over the past 6 years in this business and we can't live without. So we'll start off with your traditional brooms. These are the bigger ones. This is just from Home Depot. This is your average bristle brush. This is good for when you're wet sanding pavers to push that sand around, distribute some of the weight. This is just your typical brush. You definitely need one of these on here if you want to scrub some product and agitate a little bit. This is the way to go. We'll move on to the next one, and I want you to see the bristles on this one. You could probably hear it. Here's some ASMR brush edition, but these are stiff bristles. So this is going to allow a more aggressive agitation to whether it's pavers, cement. You really want to work a certain chemical into a hardscape. This is your way to go. This is just that extra oomph compared to your standard brush. So we'll move on to the last one that's actually on a stick, and this is just your average, again, stiff bristles. This is for a lot of paver sealing. So come over here. When we're working and doing our final prep on paver sealing and there's some sand in this joint, this is perfect. So I'm not bending over with my fingers, I'm not bending over with a little hand brush. I've just got a traditional little broom to move that sand around in these tight corners. This is a soft bristle brush, so this is what we would use on gutter brightening if we're applying gutter butter or LA Awesome to remove tiger stripes on those gutters. This is something that we would use. I would just throw it on this pole here and set it up like this. This is an extension pole so we can reach the gutters, but you can see here very soft bristles, not going to cause any scratches or harm to a surface. It's just to spread that chemical around a little bit easier in a safe manner. And last but not least, you guys, is our hand brushes. So again, all these things that you see here, this is 6 years of knowledge. I have a small footprint on the trailer, small footprint in my truck, as you can see. But this is just what I've decided to keep because this is the stuff that we use daily. So I know it sounds silly having all these brushes, but trust me, you will either take this advice or you will learn that these things come in handy. Just 2 hand brushes, softer bristle on this black one, and then stiffer bristle on this yellow one. And this one is mainly for when you're working in some chemical. If you have an oil stain or you have a battery acid stain on some brick pavers, you're just gonna get way more agitation out of this brush than you would with a brush like this. This is more so, again, for moving sand around, for doing those final touch-ups, that tedious work. That's what something like this would be used for.
Baby, what is that? Oh, we can't talk about that.
Oh.
And number 5 on the list, you guys, is chemicals. Quick disclaimer, this is not your go-to guide for how to use these things. That is for a different video. I stress a lot the importance of chemicals and the dilution ratios. This stuff is very dangerous used in the wrong way, or used at the wrong ratios, or used when mixing them. So this is not your go-to guide for that. I just want to explain what we carry after 6 years of knowledge, what's most important to us on the rig. So number 1 is LA's Totally Awesome. This is available at Home Depot. It is your simple caustic degreaser. So foot traffic stains, light oil stains, gutter brightening. This is what works for us. It's very affordable, very easy for us to get our hands on. So that's what we use. Next up is muriatic acid. So if you guys are new to this industry, and this is nonsense to you, this is a very dangerous chemical, but it comes in handy. We are typically always diluting this, but it comes in handy for a lot of things. Moving on is our C3 lineup of chemicals, and huge shout out to shopc3.com. They are a huge supporter of this channel. We thank you guys so much. And the number one thing I love about C3 chemical lineup is it's a one-stop shop for a wide array of chemicals. I love that I can go to one place, one manufacturer, and get a wide variety of chemicals. I don't like going to here and then there and then there for one chemical each. It's all there. So starting off is our 2 surfactants. There is Red Crush, but these are just my 2 favorites right here, Blue Crush and Lemon Drop. I need to check off 3 things out of a box, you guys, when I look for a surfactant, and that is the spread. How far is this surfactant gonna go? That's the cling, how well is it gonna stick to the surface I'm spraying it on? And then the scent. I want that scent to smell good when the customer comes out and they smell something other than SH. And that's what I look for in a soap, and C3's Blue Crush and Lemon Drop and Red Crush provides all of that. So that is why this is my absolute favorite go-to surfactant. So check them out at shopc3.com. Try out a gallon. They spread so far, you guys. You can read and watch videos on the dilution ratios. We're not going to get into that, but they spread so far. It is well worth your buck. Anyway, let's move on to the last 2 chemicals, which is going to be Rust Guard, and this is your typical rust removal chemical. Battery acid stains, rust removal, those nasty irrigation stains that you get on brick pavers, on the side of houses. This is again typically diluted. Very rarely do we use it full strength. And then moving on is Wax Guard, you guys. This is a neutralizer. So neutralizers have become very popular over the last couple years in this industry, and a neutralizer is just something that neutralizes that SH. SH is very corrosive, will kill plants, it will rot your equipment. It is just a nasty chemical, but unfortunately we have to work with it because it cleans the absolute best. So what Wax Guard does, just like sunscreen on your skin creates a thin film and repels water, that's what Wax Guard does. So when you're watering your plants, before that SH hits them, spray this, whether it's through a pump sprayer, a proportion soft wash system, a downstream, whatever you're applying it through, spray it on those plants to create that thin sunscreen-like barrier. So anything that's hitting those plants, any chemical, the goal is to bounce off and not soak into it. So that's what Wax Guard does. And we spray this on all of our equipment, our vehicles, and it does a fantastic job. And the last thing that it does, which is very, very important, probably the most important in my opinion, is we run it through our soft wash system. Our gas soft wash system with the remote proportioner is very expensive. So taking care of that is very, very important to us. We run this through that system as we're spraying plants, as we're spraying our equipment. It's going through our system and totally cleaning it out a lot better than water ever could. Huge shout out to my camera woman, my beautiful wife, doing an amazing job behind the lens. Anything to say?
Subscribe and like the channel and comment below.
You heard her. That's gonna wrap this video up, you guys. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you found value, please don't forget to like this video. It will push it to the right people. And again, if you're not part of the family, if you're not part of the Wash Fam, subscribe to the channel. So many great videos you guys are missing out. Anyway, as always, YouTube, I will see you in the next video. Much love. Peace.